Last year, I predicted that if the Infinix ZERO Book Ultra gets a dedicated GPU, it could become a really value for money gaming laptop. Fast forward to today and Infinix has finally done it. No, it hasn't upgraded the Ultrabook. Instead, it has launched an entirely new gaming laptop called the gtbook. Now, I have reviewed almost every laptop from Infinix, starting from the Infinix InBook Slim X1 in 2021 to the recently launched Infinix Y4 Max, and up until now, Infinix has focused on build quality, performance and value for money for all these mainstream laptops, which is very nice. But can we say the same about this gtbook as well? Well, let's find out. The Infinix gtbook is available in 3 configurations, and what we have here is the base model. It features an Intel Core i5-12450H and RTX 3050 with 6GB GDDR6 VRAM and 80W TGP. It has a 16-inch FHD Plus anti-glare display with 300 nits brightness and a 120Hz refresh rate. The RAM is soldered 16GB LPDDR5 RAM and a 512GB PCIe 4.0 SSD is also there for storage. In total, the laptop weighs around 1.99 kg. It is portable and has a 70 Wh battery as well. And some of its additional features include the GT Control Center, customizable RGB mecha bar and a 4-zone RGB keyboard. Now, the mid-range model gets an Intel Core i5-13420H processor and an RTX 4050 GPU with 6GB VRAM. And the high-end model gets an Intel Core i9-3900H GPU and an RTX 4060. All 3 of them, however, share the same display, the same chassis and the similar overall layout. Moving on to the laptop. At first sight, it looks quite portable. In fact, Infinix is claiming it to be the lightest 16-inch gaming laptop. At its thinnest point, the laptop measures just 18.9mm, which is very thin. For reference, 2 of the thinnest big-sized gaming laptops in the Indian market are the GF63 Thin, which measures 22mm, and the Cyborg 15, which measures 22.9mm. Now, despite being thin, the laptop is constructed with top-notch materials. The design is inspired by the cyber mecha aesthetics, which makes it look futuristic. You will find that the lid is made out of metal and the laptop's deck area uses polycarbonate. Thankfully, you won't find any flex on either of those places. The laptop features a metal base as well, providing a solid and premium feel. Also, the laptop stands on rubberized feet and they too are big enough to allow easy downward airflow. To further prevent any unnecessary dust, the air vents are well equipped as well, and they are also painted in orange accents, which looks cool, I guess. Not just that, but you will find gamer-inspired design language all over the laptop. The lid has a reflective piece on the back on which the RGB light is reflected. Additionally, the WASD keys are specially highlighted on the keyboard, which by the way also has customizable 4-zone RGB backlights. Overall, solid construction. The Infinix gtbook offers a comprehensive port setup featuring 2 USB-A ports, one being USB 3.2 Gen 2 and the other being USB 3.2 Gen 1. It also has a USB-C DP port that allows for connecting to external displays. Additionally, the HDMI 2.0 port is also there as well. For data transfer, we have a UHS 2 card slot, which is ideal for photographers and content creators. And lastly, the headphone jack is also there as well. In terms of wireless connectivity, the gtbook has Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth version 5.2. Now, in terms of keyboard, it is a full-scale layout complete with a numpad. It also has dedicated keys for different fan profiles as well, namely Office, Balance and Game modes. The key travel is well balanced and I find the keyboard very pleasant to use. Meanwhile, the trackpad on the gtbook is medium sized. It is not as big as the one on the HP Omen and it is not as small as on the Dell G series. In terms of display, you are getting a 16-inch FHD 120Hz display, which has a 16:10 aspect ratio and 300 nits brightness. It also has 100% sRGB color space coverage, so you can easily do some graphic design work without worrying too much about the color accuracy. The viewing angles and the anti-glare coating are very good. Like even under really harsh ceiling lighting, this screen does a great job of avoiding reflections. Now, in terms of performance, the Infinix GTBook comes with an Intel Core i5-12450H CPU. Now, I know that it is an older generation processor which the Infinix is using, but historically Infinix has always used a 1 or 2 gen older CPU in their laptops to keep the prices in check, and they are doing the same thing with their gaming laptop. So, does this thing work over here as well? Here are the results. In Cinebench R23, the 12450H scored 9896 and 1590 in multi-core and single-core test. With this kind of performance, you can do 1080p video editing, multitasking, and even data crunching and compiling easily. The RAM over here is 16GB of LPDDR5 RAM, which is not upgradable. But currently, this RAM is sufficient for most gaming and multitasking needs. However, an upgrade option should have been there for the future. Now, the GPU on offer is the RTX 3050 6GB variant with 80W TGP, and it performs very well compared to the older RTX 4GB variant, both in terms of total output and efficiency. The result is 5849 in TimeSpy and 12814 in Firestrike, which translates to good 1080p gaming performance. And speaking of 1080p gaming, the gtbook delivers solid 1080p gaming at both medium and high settings thanks to its higher VRAM variant GPU. For instance, at 1080p high settings, it runs games like Metro Exodus and Dirt 5 smoothly with average frame rates of 55 and 67 FPS. Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Shadow of the Tomb Raider performs admirably, averaging 74 FPS and 81 FPS. Now, in comparison to the Dell G15 featuring Core i5 13th Gen and RTX 3050 6GB and Asus TUF Gaming F17 featuring i5 12500H and RTX 3050, the Infinix GTbook performs very competitively, and you can see the result on your screen. So, in conclusion, with GTbook's Core i5 12450H and RTX 3050 GPU, the base model of this laptop provides a strong foundation for gaming and multitasking. The 16-inch FHD Plus display, 16GB LPDDR5 RAM and 512GB SSD ensures a smooth and immersive user experience. The laptop's build quality combines durability and premiumness, and the inclusion of a customizable RGB mecha bar and 4-zone RGB keyboard further enhances its gaming appeal. The port selection over here is solid, making it a good choice for both office, entertainment and gaming use. So lastly, the Infinix GTbook demonstrates competitive gaming performance, and overall it offers a well-rounded package with balanced performance, solid build quality and thoughtful design, making it a compelling choice for gamers and power users alike. So that was it for the GTbook review. Did you find it good? Did you find it bad? Let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you guys next time.